Today's show is sponsored by Crispy Cuts. Looking for a fresh, clean cut? He take care of me all the time. Check him out. Located on 9535 Dexter Street in Detroit, Michigan.
Let me talk my S-S-H-H-I-T. Kick it with my kick it with my nigga Rob. Let me talk my S-S-H-H-I-T. Kick it with my kick it with my nigga Rob.
Welcome to another episode of Kicking It with Rob. Y'all know me, Rob, Shawnee Marie,
Hey, what's up?
Mr. Elijah.
Well met.
Before we start the show today, there's two things I want to say and do, right? The first one, I want to thank everybody out there who has been subscribing. We did a big jump in the last week and a half. You know what I'm saying? We went from like 391 to like 1,400. We appreciate that. Secondly, I want to say Tony not here. She didn't make it. Her birthday was yesterday, goddammit, so she probably in bad shape. So happy birthday to Tony. I want to tell y'all I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? For being here and helping me make the channel grow. So I want to give y'all something. I take Tony's on my behalf.
Oh, this is a pre-roll?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I get Tony's man on my behalf. Goddammit, I got Tony.
Thank you.
Tony, I got this for you. I see you.
It's not a
I
pre-roll.
appreciate you too
Yeah. No problem.
I
for
consider
giving
it
me
an
the
honor myself.
opportunity.
Yeah,
You know?
this is my idea of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we good. We a team. We a team around here. But now let me get into the bullshit, goddammit. I gotta say something about what I saw, I want to say yesterday. Could have been 2 days old, but I know I saw it yesterday. I know what I'm about to say. I don't know what the fuck people gonna say when I say what I'm gonna say. But Marvin Sapp has shown that church is a fucking hustle, in my opinion. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I heard a little bit about it.
I saw the video yesterday.
I saw the video on Facebook. I didn't see the whole thing.
Yeah,
I
I
might
saw
not
that.
have it in context.
Yeah. So Marvin Sapp has closed the doors and said, "Ain't nobody leaving this motherfucker until I get 40,000 in the collection plate." That's what he did.
Didn't he say it's like 4,000 of y'all or 2,000 of y'all are
Yeah.
here and y'all
$10 a man, y'all can do
Yeah.
that.
And he went after the people online.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
He said, "Put your finger on it."
Yep. So,
That was-
goddamn it,
I mean-
we ain't even really got to talk about it unless y'all got something to say. I just wanted to point it out there.
Hey, can everybody send me $5? My Cash App is $ Black Hollywood.
That's crazy.
I don't have any of that stuff, so reach out to Rob. He'll get it to me. If you're an attractive sister,
Hey.
we might could work something out.
Hey, I'm gonna put my Cash App out there again before we get off of here because that's some real pimp shit right there.
Yeah.
I have not. I was raised with faith, but for most of my adult life, I have decided long ago that I believe in God. I believe in the Creator and the Divine. I do not believe in people. And I don't believe that the Creator, whether you call it Yahweh, God, Christ, Allah, Zeus, whatever the hell works for you, ever intended for us to, donate alms or tithes or anything. I think that when the divine created the planet, capitalism was not a part of the plan. Now, I'm not saying it's good, bad, right, or wrong, but that's what we have. So we adapt to that. But I don't believe that the creator, when created people, said, we're going to make sure that y'all give up 10%, whatever. That's not. It's part of the business. And I'm just not going to ever feel obligated to finance any particular building or institution or lifestyle of anyone. I mean, I may choose to do so, and I'm not mad if you do so. But, I will never feel pressure to donate to Reverend Chickenfoot's whatever. I'm not doing it. Now, and again, I'm not judging you because some of y'all know Prince is my boy. Prince was my hero. I donated a great deal to his lifestyle. I gave him gobs of my money.
I mean, church is a business. I just rather you say to me, hey, the lights due, the bills due.
Right.
I got to pay my mortgage because I'm getting paid to do this gig. And hey, I'd rather you be transparent like that than, like we need 40,000 and trying to use God, because I totally believe in the Father. I have faith. I do tithe and offer when I can afford to. You know what I mean? I do give to church. So I watch church on Sundays. I cash out my offering in because he is putting in his time and he do need to get paid too. You know what I mean? Church is a business, but I don't think that in this economy you should tell people what they should give you and locking doors and doing stuff like that because we're in a climate to where we all need that. We need that $40. We got bills to pay. We got mortgages, car notes, kids tuition, college tuition. We got shit to pay too. So I think that's very, very that's some pimpish shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
and
mean-
I guess we agree. That to me, that's crazy. If you say to me, I'm trying to run this daycare or I'm trying to pay for my home or whatever, then I have the choice to whether or not I'm going to feel like basically what you've done merits, my restitution in that regard. The only time I have a problem, and I'm not sure if Mr. Sapp did this, but I have heard many pastors do this, say that God wants you to give me your
And
money.
that's what I mean
Now,
by
that's
stop
when
using
I have
God
an
as,
issue.
that issue.
I don't believe God wants me to give you a damn thing. Now, if you say, like I was at Jeremiah Wright's church in Chicago once, the legendary Jeremiah Wright. And I was visiting because my girlfriend at the time was a member. Bottom line, Mr. Wright left at the end of the service. He left the stage, and other people came up and said, "Okay, pastor is gone. We have a fund aside from all of the tithes and everything that you gave up
That's
money
how they used to
for.
do it old school.
We're going to have a fund to buy Pastor a Bentley." I was there. True story. Now I pulled up in my SHO. I'm like, shit. But they wanted to give it, and they said, "Look, we see these rappers and whatever, and these hybrid with these Bentley, and we want Pastor to have one because we love him." Now he didn't get a nickel from me for that, not a nickel, but I respected them saying, "Hey,
They wanted to
we
give to
want to
him.
do this. This ain't got nothing to do with the church. Ain't got nothing to do with God. This ain't got nothing to do with the little children needing food, whatever. This, we want to aggrandize our pastor. In many ways, the same way I aggrandize Prince. In many ways, some of you guys aggrandize, Michael Jordan. That's your choice. I ain't mad.
Right.
But the only time I'm going to have problems is when you say God. Your soul, your eternal salvation depends on you giving me shit.
Right.
I got a problem with that.
And I just feel like at the end of the day, we can't come and say to the church, hey, could you write me a check for $40,000 because I need it? We can't, I never tried, but what I'm saying is they don't have a fund to where the members of the church can walk in and say, hey, my house about to go in foreclosure. I need $15,000 to get my house out of foreclosure. Church, can you help me? Because if it was a situation like that, it would be less people homeless. It would be less people that need to eat. You know what I mean?
That's what the
It's
church
just,
was back in the day.
yeah, that's why I say back in the day, old
Now these
school,
guys are getting paid.
Now they getting paid.
And don't get me wrong, I have no issue with being rich. I'd like to be rich. But when you are Reverend Chickenfoot and you have a home as big as a damn shopping mall and you're sitting up,
and some of your members barely got got a shack over their head.
Hey,
have you ever went into the pulpit and said, look, have the pastor came to your house and said, let me visit your house. Let me see what you need at your house. You know what I'm saying?
He might did to one of them goddamn women that he was fucking on, goddamn it. No, I'm bullshitting.
You're not really. I guess ultimately, if I was a pastor of a church, I would be like, hey, I need transportation. I need the church got to fund me transportation. And the church funds to get me a nice, Taurus, a nice Explorer. Hey, that's cool. A Bentley?
Yeah.
A Bentley? God bless you if you want to do that for your pastor. But for them to imply somehow that is your theological obligation to the Creator, that's a violation. That's all I'm saying.
All right, we gonna go to the next thing. But I gotta say, on the end of that note, goddamn it, hey, Donald Trump has influenced a lot of people, and he also has influenced Marvin Sapp to put tariffs on the goddamn collection plate. God damn it, that's what he did. So,
Ooh.
so look,
Wow.
we're gonna talk about this. How long should you wait to have sex with a new partner? It's a 2-part question, right? And does condoms mitigate the timetable? I'm asking, like,
Oh,
I feel
shoot.
like me as my personal belief, you mean right after a breakup or something? Or when you just meet them?
this is a new partner.
Oh, a
Now,
new
however the
partner?
situation, yeah, he knew.
Oh, yeah, because at that point, I probably at my healing point, so I
Mm,
open myself up to date somebody. So I just feel like the condom issue is always a factor. I think you should get tested and
mhm.
make sure your shit's straight for real
Yeah,
before you going that route. But I feel like if you grown and he grown and your feelings is in it and that's what you want to do, then just do it.
I saw this. I don't know what it was. It was some clip that came across my social media, and the lady, she was, put together woman, meaning like Mr. Potato Head woman, put titties on, ass on, you know
He
what
was
I'm saying, type
mechanical.
of shit. Yeah, and she was saying that no, actually, to the just hilarious said that she was on Club Shay Shay,
Hmm.
and she said that it's cool to have sex with a guy on the first date. She said it's cool.
If that's what you want to
Yeah, she
do,
said a
it's
lot of women
okay.
think like that.
I feel like
I
if that's what you want to do, it's okay. And some women they do, some women they don't. They wait. I waited a long time, but
Me and we don't give a fuck. We be hoping we get that motherfucker on the first
right.
goddamn day. So I guess this is a question for the women out there. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel like people grown.
Yeah,
And at this point, live your life. Do what the hell you want to do.
yeah.
It's your body. As long as you don't disrespect nobody else, disrespect yourself, you good.
if
So
I'm
I'm sorry, just to ask you. Go ahead. Let me get because it might. I just want to say it's kind of like another part of the question. Like,
Okay.
do you think that a woman who gave it to you the first day is, that's kind of weird?
I've been dealing with that question all my life. First, uh, I would say, as an answer to the first question, how long one should wait. Uh, like the lady says, if you theoretically you're adults and you do what it is that you feel is appropriate at the time. I would caution the younger you are, the longer you should wait. Because when you're
Right.
young, a good hard orgasm feels a lot like love. So, I, as a youngster under 21, I did not wait nearly as long as I think I should have in retrospect. I mean, I wasn't like, first dating, but uh it's just a dangerous thing. The power of sexuality is a dangerous thing for children who are unprepared. When I say children, people under 20, 21, you don't know what you're doing. Now, at my age now, um, I'm going to do whatever it occurs to me to do. Now, when I say it occurs to me to do, I have had sex on the first date many times over the years. Before and after that, I've waited a long time, like almost a year for one particular woman. And I was a grown ass man. She was a grown ass woman. So there's no hard, fast timetable as far as I'm concerned. It depends on how you feel comfortable. Now, do condoms mitigate that? Absolutely. Condoms mitigate that like a mug. I have, in my youth, I was much quicker to go to work with plastic than I was without. Uh, the plastic mitigates it, does not wholly make you immune, but it mitigates the possibility of pregnancy and it mitigates the possibility of STD. It
Yeah.
doesn't eliminate it. There are people that
Yeah,
use condoms, had sex, first time they had sex, they used a condom and they got the stuff and they died. That happens. It's very rare, but don't think, oh, if I use condom, I'm good. No, you just increase your odds and that's good.
Decrease.
You increase your odds of survival.
Okay.
Um, but no, I have always use my own judgment, and it has served me fairly well. I have to say, my judgment is usually pretty good. Uh, I'll do it raw. if I'm feeling you like that quick, fast. I won't do it. I've had women naked, legs in the air, saying, and I was like, you know what, my spider sense tingling, and I left it. It depends on different things. The second part of your question is, how do I judge a woman?
Right.
I waited for a woman, for certain women, a very long period of time, and I just really wanted to hit it. I hit it, and I didn't respect them, and it turns
Exactly.
out they were not about anything.
Mm.
I've also hit it on the first date and fell completely in love, and we were inseparable, and it went a long ways. And some of my closest friends to this day who've been married now 20 plus years, first date. So, I'm not saying that's the way that you're supposed to do it. I'm saying that there is no hard, fast rule.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like, most people, like she say, is grown. You grown. People do what they want to do. But I just think men may tend to look at women different if they give it up the first time, the first date or whatever.
I've heard
Because I know
some
I'm sorry, I didn't had, it wasn't even no dates. It was just like, hey, come through, let's fuck. I did it. After that, they wasn't, whenever I see you, I see you. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard stupid men say that. And people have told me, women have told me that they've been told that by stupid men. And I mean stupid. Some of the most impressive academically, intellectually, and personal gentlemen I know had sex the
Nigga used
first
3
date,
smart words.
and they married the lady. So if I'm going to have sex with you the first date, it's because I want to have sex. My ego, I guess, is so strong that I can believe that there's a connection between you and I that you're not going to have with everyone. I can believe that. Now, I could be wrong.
So-
Having sex with me on a first date, I guess, translates to me as you just having really good taste. What can I say? You just real smart. Having sex with me on the first date does not make you a hoe. Now, necessarily. I mean, hoes will have sex with me on the first date, but it just doesn't. A man that says if she has sex with me on the first date, she ain't about shit, whatever.
What I do agree with you on is when you're younger, I think it do make a difference because you don't know what you want when you're younger and you just doing shit just to be trying shit and it can get you in trouble because I always say if I ain't did nothing until I've been in this relationship. I was a virgin,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
So I just feel like when you get to an older age or whatever, you feel like I ain't got time for this shit. But when you're young and you having fun, I think you do need to be cautious. And you got a body count coming too.
I think it should be the other way around.
No.
Because I think when you're young, you're supposed to have fun, and when you're older, you're
And
supposed
you
to be
still have
fun.
fun.
Right, but you're supposed to have fun and be careful.
You
Young,
still have fun.
when you're older, that's when you're supposed to be
But
cautious.
I think that you're thinking in terms of being an ideal situation. What matters isn't about fun and whatever. What matters is your judgment. And I can speak for myself personally, and most people I know. When you're 18, 19, 20, you're pretty stupid.
Mhm.
And again, a good hard nut feels a lot like God said, this woman is for you. That's not what God is saying. But you're 19, you're 20, you haven't had a good hard nut. So it's like, oh. So I would say walk slow. Whereas when you 25, 30, 35, you know that a real good hard nut is not, the Lord saying this is the woman for you. So I definitely would say, young people, remember the point at 2021 is to have fun. Calm your ass down.
I mean,
Don't
because you
think.
may have kids and some shit like that. That's why I say fun and cautious or whatever. But
when you older, shit, it's
Oh,
just
you in
like
control of that,
you in
in
control.
theory.
It's like, especially at my age, it's like I'm
How old is
either
that?
that's none of your business. Shit. I just feel like I'm gonna do what makes me happy at the end of the day. And I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna do the right things. At that point, I should be making better decisions.
mhm.
But if I want to date until I find if I was single, that's what I'll do. I mean, what's the point of, just not dating and sitting in the house? You will never find the person you want
Well,
to
we
be
talking
with.
about sex though.
Yeah.
That's
No,
the
I'm
same
just
thing.
saying, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
So look, here go a question for you. Let me ask you: do you think that the cookie box has a lot of power.
Yes.
Why?
First of all, we could push 10-pound babies out of us
Okay.
and
I'm
not
talking about
die.
to the
Okay, but you asked me why do I think it has power?
yeah.
Because it can do plenty of things.
I'm talking about
It
to the
make
world
men
and
it
shit.
make men kill themselves.
Okay.
It make men blow their own brains out. It make them blow the woman brains out.
So Elijah think this too. I don't think we were talking about. I don't think I never fell in love with a girl because of the sex part or the pussy part. I fell in love because I liked her.
But it depends though.
But I think women think is, oh, this nigga love me because I got the good pussy.
It helps that you got good pussy, yes.
Let me clarify the second thing that my brother Rob said. I can speak that there was several occasions that the cookie box was so tasty that I thought I was in love. No, that's not what love is. But it damn sure felt like it was.
Right.
You know, so there's a certain amount of power in my experience. Most of us don't have Rob's discipline and are able to, especially at the young age, separate great sex from emotional attachment. That's a wonderful ability to have. But I can testify for myself and for lots of gentlemen I've known vicariously and women to say, hey, she got that thing. I love you. I love you.
A man has probably had a good nut from jacking off before he got pussy.
No, there's in my experience of gentlemen that I speak to.
I don't think
there's
so.
nothing
And I'm
like
saying that
hitting
one
it.
from a woman's point of view. I don't think so.
How you know?
It's
you
not.
don't know. That's what you said on one point of view. The first time a man, as a young adult,
rather
probably
say, okay,
came was from touching his motherfucker self.
Let me ask you something. So you say you rather.
No, I ain't saying I'd rather. I'm saying.
Well, but if you rather have the pleasure of having a good nut off of jacking off, you gonna go pound a pussy. Am I right or wrong?
But
I'm inclined to
and I'm
agree
talking
with you
so
in
vulgar.
that. Well, I mean, this Kingdom with Rob. I think
talk like this.
I've had orgasms from masturbating. I have. The hardest orgasms I've ever had by far has been up in that cookie box. It just is. I mean, hey, that's not some head, not some hand, that cookie box.
The cookie box has power. It's power inside that box.
In my experience.
I think it's now what I'm about to say. This I know this. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you, but and it might sound like I'm talking about you, but I'm not. I mean the example I'm just saying, but I'm not because you think that. But
I got my guard up.
I just think that a weak person will fall in love with the sex versus the person. You see what I'm saying?
I agree, and you are talking about me.
I'm not though.
No, but you're right.
Some men will and some men won't though.
No, I didn't know.
Some men will and some men won't. It's everybody is different. So you can't say, but yeah, to answer your question, it holds power.
Okay,
period.
So
point blank.
So you think just cause you let
I didn't say just cause.
No, let me finish. Because nigga hit it from the back or whatever, came, whatever, and now y'all been doing this shit for like a year, and now you break up and he shoot himself in the head. You think it's because of the pussy? That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Not always.
I think he just love you.
No, because some of them, but what made him love me?
But, okay.
You yourself. See, y'all don't. I think a lot of women don't appreciate themselves in a way.
I do appreciate myself.
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, for you to think that is not this is the womb. I mean, a lot happens. I mean,
let me try this on you, Rob. First of all, you're right. It is weak for a man, or it's gender aside, for a person to think that a good hard orgasm is love. I have done that. Many people I know have done that because they don't know. That's why I say you got to walk slow. When you get older, you realize, okay, that's not love. But yeah, it's weak. It is foolish for you to equate love with great sex.
But
I've done that. But now, just a moment. Now, when you saying, did he love you because did I love her because of the sex? I think it's what love is necessarily is different from sex. But did he think he loved her because of the sex? Absolutely, that happens. Not all the time, but that happens. And the proof is in the pudding. If I love you so much, if she say, okay, no more cookie box, period, you think he gonna still be in love with her? You think he's still gonna be ready to blow his head off? I don't think so. I think that box has power and influence. Maybe it's because we give it to it, but it does have it.
I'm married. I've been married been with her 15 years, been married 5, right?
Congratulations.
And, thank you. And we don't, when you be like that, and especially our work schedule, we don't have sex as often as we used to. But if we didn't, now I don't know what she'd do, but if we didn't, I would still love her the same.
Let me
If you
ask
didn't
you.
have sex, period?
If the time allowed and it been like 2 months and we ain't do nothing, I wouldn't start feeling no different way about her.
I mean, hey, you are an evolved man.
I feel like if she went and gave it to somebody else, you will feel some type of way.
Yeah, well, that's why I say
that means because if it didn't hold power, if she went and gave it to somebody else, you wouldn't give a fuck.
It's not. Am
I right or wrong?
No, but it's not. See, that's not. Listen, hold on. That's not because she gave her pussy away.
Yeah,
now, it's kind of the same. It's kind of when I say the same. What I'm about to say is that you are. You know what I'm saying? When men have a woman, they feel kind of it's ownership.
Let me ask you what hurts more. Would it hurt more if you found out your girl was talking to somebody on the phone or she fucked somebody?
It would hurt me both.
No, I said which one would hurt more.
We'll say talking on the phone because I know
you full of shit.
Listen, want me to tell you? Listen, I would say if you talking on the phone, that means you either did it or about to. You feel me? It's not about the pussy part. It's not about the pussy part. It's about thank you. The damn emotion.
Okay,
the fucking
let me enhance
the ownership.
The
you like damn the disrespect. That's what it hurt you.
Let me enhance the lady's question.
Yes, that's
but it's not the pussy though. It's not
give it away.
Let me enhance the lady's question. Which would hurt you more if you knew for a fact your woman was not sexually active with this gentleman, but she was, sneaking conversation talking about I love you, or you knew for a fact she was having alien DNA shot up in her? Which would hurt worse for you?
Dude, the both because it's disrespectful.
But neither one is.
I would feel the same way. I would say when I found out that she did sleep with the guy, that's not because of the pussy part. It's because it's confirmed that this motherfucker ain't fucking with me no more.
But you're not answering my question.
She could come back and fuck you and fuck him, so that's not true.
Let me ask the question.
I'm saying when I found out.
Let me ask the question again because you definitely evaded it. If you knew for a fact that your woman was just talking about I love you, whatever, with this gentleman, but did not have any physical anything with him, or you knew for a fact that he was busting up in your woman, which of those two would hurt worse?
The second.
If either. Okay.
But I'm saying, the second one is because the second one, like I just said, the second one is because I know now you're not fucking with me no more. After our history, it's the
bottom line.
That mean she not fucking with you no more. That mean you not fucking with her no more.
When I find out, when you find out, when some shit jump off and you find out, they want you to find out.
That's not true.
Yes,
that's
it is.
That's not true.
Boy,
that's not true.
Sometimes it's true.
Because a bitch can have a sad nigga for the longest.
Y'all the sneakiest motherfuckers in the world.
Don't say y'all because I ain't had a.
You a woman, right?
Nigga. I ain't had no sad nigga.
When I say y'all, I'm not speaking to you. I'm saying y'all women
can have a sad nigga. A woman can have fat niggas.
Right, but when you say side nigga, that means I don't know. But when I find out, it's because she left the trail for me to find out to say
she left the
you
trail,
out
that
here.
Mean probably because you just found out. But that's not to say that she's not going. If you was to say, if she was to come back to you and say, well, I don't want to mess with him no more, and we go get, my intentions, I didn't want to leave you, but I just wanted to have my cake and eat it too.
Not a ball in my court. They'll never do that.
But what I'm saying is, that's not her not saying that she ain't fucking with you. That's you saying you not fucking with her.
Right, and it's not because she gave the pussy away. It's because she's this fucking loyal.
You can.
She's disloyal. That's the thing. When you're in a relationship with somebody, it's loyalty, trust, right? Loyalty and trust.
I'm saying
that's what hurts you the most when you put all your trust and loyalty into somebody for some years, and they go do that shit. I can go fuck somebody else. So it ain't about the pussy. All the pussy be the same to me. And I didn't had my day. Goddamn it!
You found out that she fucked somebody else.
It's the loyalty and trust that hurt me.
Okay. Well, all right.
That's me.
That's your answer. That's your answer. We gonna go. That's you better than anybody.
Well, I would say again, if I catch my woman texting romantic texts with a gentleman and I knew for a fact they weren't getting it in, it would hurt me. But I might be ready to go to counseling. If I find out my woman, I know for a fact that old boy has shot
Right.
himself up into my woman, ain't nothing for us to talk about. It's certainly a different thing. Now, is that a gender thing? I think so. I'm sure that the lady would probably take all kind of issue, but you know,
Issue about what?
If it was
it's a gender
opposite,
thing.
right?
When men get caught cheating, women are much more likely to work it out. They're
Yeah,
much more
they
likely
do, but I ain't.
because that. Well, okay, well, all right, well, yeah. Well, most of women, it's not the same thing. They don't have the same territorial view of sexuality as
And
males
that's what I
do.
was
And
saying.
we
That's what
get
I was
into other
saying.
things on that.
Territorial. So that's what we are. So that's what hurts you the
Because
most.
you feel like it's your pussy.
Show you right.
No, I feel like that's my lady. That's my
No, okay.
I don't think
territorial.
That's
those
you.
are different things.
That's you. That's
I don't
you.
think it's a different thing.
That's you. I mean,
But I don't think you're saying different things. You feel like that's your lady? Yeah, that's the same thing as saying that's my pussy. Same thing. I don't think that we really separate those as for the most part.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, it's rare that a man is able to claim a woman and care for, love her. This is my woman, and share her. I've known a few,
Mhm.
but that's a very rare thing. Now, I can speak for most men. If I don't care about you, if you're not my woman,
Right.
hey, whatever. As long as I get my turn and it ain't my boys,
Mhm.
I'm not tripping. But it's very rare for a man to be like this. I love her. I want her to have my children. I want us to be together. But occasionally she can go bang Rob. That's not going to be a thing. Whereas there's quite a few women that can be like, hey, I love this man. I'm going to bear shit, whatever. Occasionally he banging an old girl. And, she's at peace with that. So gender definitely plays a role. But, I bringing it back full circle, sexuality is definitely a powerful and influential factor for most people. Is it logical and reasonable? No. Is a man like you wiser for not surrendering to that? Absolutely. And I guess I'm that way now at years old. But when I was a young man, I ain't gonna lie. There's a couple of y'all know who y'all are. I was out just talking about some, I love you, and you wasn't treating me like nothing. You didn't respect me, but I tell you what, it sure felt respectable at the time. So hey,
So if you said you would trip because you would feel like that if your dude.
you say if my dude was to
Yeah, but you already said that you would
I'm
trip.
not gonna trip. I said I would leave.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna even trip because I'm in a point in my life to where I've been in many relationships to where I did that before. So I know who I am and I know what what I'm
Let
saying.
me flip it.
Okay.
Is dick powerful?
Hell no. Not for me.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's not.
Now see this.
Maybe when I was younger, yeah, but at this point, no.
Okay, you said maybe when you was younger. Do you think women believe it's powerful? I
The
think
women-
it's probably just how you
No,
say the pussy
because
is. I think dick is just as powerful.
With us, with women, like y'all think with y'all dick. See, women, we can go without. We don't need no man. We want men, but we don't need y'all. Y'all need us. Y'all need pussy.
No, we don't.
Yes, y'all do.
I do.
Yes, y'all do.
I mean,
Because if y'all don't have it, y'all start acting crazy.
y'all don't act crazy when y'all don't have sex.
No.
Oh my goodness. Hey, hey.
No.
We're not talking about you. We're not talking about him because y'all clearly are some exceptionally evolved people. But women were the first people that came to me and said, hey, she needs to get bent over. Because women would be acting crazy, getting mean, whatever, doing some dumb stuff. She needs, hey. And then I had the opportunity to spend some time on a farm. And you would have various animals of various breeds acting crazy, from the chickens to the cows, whatever. They do all kind of dog acting all kind of food. Say, I need to get a male in here. Get a male, let that bull in there. Everything calms down.
Yeah, and I
so
think
humans, animals not just humans, but humans are among the animals that they are driven to be fruitful and multiply. They
But his
have that
question was,
need, and if
he
they
said,
don't do
is
it,
dick power like how pussy is power? I don't think
no.
so.
My question was, well, I said that, but the last thing I said is the dick powerful shit, and you said y'all don't need dick.
No.
I think y'all need it.
No,
we
don't.
want pussy,
No, we
but y'all
don't.
need it
No, we
because of
don't.
y'all
You know what we
hormones.
need? We need some money.
See, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is, but that's what it is.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's a whole lot of women that have men
what make
with
us
plenty
happy.
of money, and they wind up letting Ray come through and mess that up. And the rich dude be like, "Why is she leaving? Why is she gone? Because you wasn't taking care of business." Now again, I'm not stupid. We need water, we need shelter, we need medical care, we need food. So everybody's gonna move to have those
But
basic
it's some
necessities
women
met.
out here that feel like they can't function without getting laid. Like
So
it
you're
is.
right. I think y'all saying the same thing.
It's. I mean, I really think that because I didn't seen it.
I've
Amongst
seen it as
circles,
well.
so I
and
know
was
it.
great.
But it's a majority of men that need it more than we. Y'all need it so much. Y'all go get extra women.
Show you right.
So
And I will
what that
co-sign.
say?
I will
What
co-sign.
that say about men? Women, we don't care. We can go. We'll be alone by ourselves. Y'all can have 4. I'm not you per se, but men can have 4 or 5 bitches, maybe 10. As long as they fucking, they all right.
Why do you think that's for pussy? Why it can't be for power?
That's because they want the pussy.
Exactly.
Half
you
of
can
the
give me
men
power.
don't want the woman; they want the
listen.
pussy.
You ask the average man. Let me say this: you
power.
ask the average man. And again, you're not average, but if you ask most men, you can have $1 billion right now, but you can never get no more pussy for the rest of your life. I can speak for myself. I got a job. I don't really need $1 billion. Okay, maybe I'll get there when I'm 75, 80 years old.
Then.
Hey, okay, I'm a fool. You told me I can have $1 billion, but I can't never have no more pussy in life. Nah, I got a job. I'll be all right.
Just think about it if you was in prison. You doing everything.
That's why I'm not going to prison. That's a good reason not to go to prison. Okay, I don't want to go to prison.
Maybe power was the wrong word that I used. I would say somebody like, maybe it is, because you got pimps. Like when they got a lot of women like that, I know it's a business, but I'm just saying they still, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a ego trip power type thing when men want multiple women. I don't think he want them so he could, because who wants to deal with all them fucking personalities?
The ones that do.
Personality and pussy aren't the same thing. I would love to be able to have sex with any woman I choose to have sex with and not have to deal with the relationship process. That would be great. That's not reality.
That's what I was about to say. Let me just make this quick. I just feel like even when a guy some guys don't. I can't say necessarily the first time a guy meet a girl, they want to go on a date, they want to have sex with them. But for the most part, most men that talk to girls, when they go out, they just want to fuck them. They don't want to go have a relationship with them, because if they did, it would be a lot of people in relationships, like I said, and guys wouldn't have 5 girls. When they go out to the club, they looking for somebody they can fuck that night. So
okay, that night I got to pause you there.
But what I'm trying to say is, what they want is pussy, so pussy is the power.
I'm inclined to agree with her in that I have never stepped to a woman not thinking not thinking that sex wasn't part of the equation. I stepped to her because I want to have sex with her. That's the objective. Now, that's what I want. And my opinion, I've never been a woman, but my opinion is, as a man, my objective when I meet you is to have sex with you. A woman's objective is to have security, to be, cared for, and to be, confident and safe. What happens is, while I'm trying to get these draws, I get to know
Rob,
her.
you need to finish this up.
I get to know her, and I start to care about it, and I want more than that. At the same time, while she's trying to get security and she's trying to get things, she winds up being attracted and she wants to get broke off. We kind of wind up meeting ideally in the middle. But the impetus from the typical man, myself being a typical man, is when I see you, I'm never looked at them and said, "Oh man, I really want to get to know her. I bet her spirit is beautiful. I want her to be." No, I'm thinking, man, I would like to do some things to her. That's my primary motivation. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't want to have a relationship. But if I don't want to hit it, I'll never know anything else. I'll never find out what kind of person. If I meet you and I don't want to hit it, I will never find out about your spirituality. I'll never find out. I'll never know.
So women, so we agree that men, we would say, when we go out to clubs, men see women, and I agree, because that's what we do. We seem like, damn, she got a little ass on the woody whoop. Let me get that. Now we think sexually, but we want, man, excuse me, getting to knowing her. and maybe some grow. But
Oh.
when y'all see a dude, y'all look at attraction and then trying to see what inside his fucking pockets looking like. That's what you saying.
That's what y'all look. Y'all trying
Nah.
to see what side our panties look like.
I mean, I think that what you're talking about is human nature. The male primates,
No, I just
which is
throwing
what we
that-
are. Yeah, male primates. Our primary job is to proliferate, to spread our genetic makeup. That's what our impetus is. The female primate, her impetus is to care for that young. So there's a responsibility
Eve
there.
made Adam eat the
Yeah.
apple.
There's a her nature is to seek security, the most capable male of providing security for her and her offspring. So we come from opposite sides, but the theory is we'll meet in the middle and form a cohesive unit. But yeah, definitely, it's rare. I mean, I know a couple of men that are exceptions, but for the most part, a man is not going to step to a woman unless the first thing he know when he wants to get some. Then he gonna step to it, and in theory, he gets to know and be like, "Man, I really like her. I care about her."
Conversation
But
come
the
next.
first thing is he wants to hit it. A woman, her first thing is usually, I've never been a woman, but what I believe her first thing is, what can he do for me? What can he do for me materially? What can he do for me socially, politically, in the community? What can he do for me
No, some
that
dumb
would be
chicks
worth me
out here be
giving him
like,
this
oh, he
box?
The thing
fine.
is, yeah.
Yeah,
That
some-
matters.
But the
but
thing is,
it's not primary.
So that's because just whatever, dog. Because it's just like a lot of these women nowadays, like she said earlier, they don't need no man to do shit for them, right?
Well, that's
So
what they're
it's
saying.
like-
That's not what the demographic
Yeah,
evidence shows.
yeah. Well, shit, goddamn it, we gonna go into this nothing left off the table segment, goddamn it.
Let me talk my SSHHIT. Kick it with my kick it with my nigga Rob.
Who want to pull a card? They
I'll
look
pull
fucked
one.
up. They got wet. We only gonna do one because
Okay.
I think the first one. Do the first one.
What's the first one?
You got to pull it from the top because the other ones might be what we did the other day.
What you said?
That might
You
be
told you to
old.
pull it from the top.
You gotta
Why
pull it
you
from the
go-
top.
See, some sisters ain't gonna listen.
But why you give me a choice then?
He
No,
did. He
I
said
said
pull
pull
it
it
from
from
the
the top.
Oh. What's the most awkward thing that happened during sex?
There you go. Let you want to say a little louder?
Yeah.
What's the most awkward thing that's happened during sex?
Nah, y'all want to answer? Y'all can.
I don't know.
I've had lots of awkward things happen during sex. It's difficult for me to pinpoint one thing.
I'm trying to think.
There's
Me
so many different. I have some great stories. Do you mean like actually during the stroking or during the process?
Whatever.
of actually-
That was awkward when you was
Okay,
Yeah.
I like to tell this story, and I hope the young lady might be watching. There was a point. Me and this young lady, we hit it off and everything, and she wanted me to come back to her place and get it in, and I didn't expect that. So I wasn't carrying any sorts of defense mechanisms, the condoms. Well, I told her, hey, I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to grab some condoms, and when I get back, it's on and popping. She's like, I'm waiting for you. So I ran to the store, and I grabbed my usual brand of condoms. Now, y'all bear with me now. The Magnums. Like, that's my usual thing. I'm that dude. I grabbed them. I ran back to the place, and I, put it on and everything. And we got to going. The condom slipped off. That's weird. She was like, you okay? I said, that's okay. She says, you okay? I said, yes. So I put it back. We got back to going again. The condom slipped off. So what the hell? She said, well, Elijah, I got some regular condoms. See, now I'm in my feelings. I was like, no, I don't need no regular condoms. I've been using it for you. This one's broken. And I threw that one away. And I grabbed another one, put it on. Got going. I said, okay, we cool. Motherfucker slipped off. She said, Elijah, it's big enough. Everybody don't wear it. Now I'm fucked up. Now I'm in my feelings. Things. I'm like, but I've always worn these things. So here you go. I picked up the box. And some of you brothers and sisters know. I didn't know. It's some big motherfuckers out here. They not only had, and this has been a long time, I guess everybody knows now, but they not only have the Magnum condoms, they have the Magnum Extra Super Dupers. I didn't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
The box at that time, and again, it's been 10, 15 years, the box at that time looked almost exactly the same. It just had a little stencil on the bottom that said extra.
So you just grabbed the box.
I grabbed the box, and I thought I was slanging. Come to find out,
That was
I'm
for
straight.
horses and shit.
Bruh. And there's enough of these Negroes out here that they actually had to have those boxes. So,
I wouldn't even want nobody to touch me like that.
put it like this. I've come to the conclusion that I
wouldn't want nobody to touch me with that size.
the average black man, but I'm a big white boy. So I'm feeling good about myself.
Oh, no.
I would say, I'm sitting here
You ain't
thinking.
fucking my insides
I'm
up.
thinking, man, it ain't as it wasn't embarrassing. It was more funny that I can remember. And this was years ago. I mean, I can't. It had to be about goddamn me. I ain't finna tell you. I don't give a fuck. I'm 46, so it was about. I was in my late 20s, and had this girl. We in a room. We fucking or whatever, and she went to go hold her legs up, but she was too far on the end of the bed and fell. That was awkward. That was like that I can think of. That was awkward.
You make me feel
That's
bad.
not even awkward.
Dude,
That's
that's
I
like a
couldn't even
normal
say that.
thing,
Because
dude.
That was normal. That's
exactly.
normal
When
to
I'm getting
me.
into it, shit
I'm talking
falls
about
over.
I'm talking about fell on the floor though. Goddamn it. That's
No,
why I say
that's
it was funny. It
normal.
was funny to me. It was awkward because it never happened to me prior to that. When
You
somebody
ain't never
just
had
fell on the
nothing
floor.
awkward happen. Awkward is when the condoms slip off and she tell you could use one of these little condoms.
Yeah,
That's
no,
awkward.
I can't. I ain't saying it didn't happen, but I just can't remember. Like I say, I'm old in the motherfucker, and then you can't think now, right?
Hey, I don't want to say it though.
But
it wasn't about me. It was about them though.
Right.
It wasn't about my. It was when I was
I know.
younger. Okay, it was
Okay.
when I was younger, and I asked the person to get up.
Oh, I did that before too.
Like
I ain't asked nobody to
no.
get up. I just
Oh,
stopped.
you asked him to stop.
Don't even start.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I guess I'm curious as to how you feel like, because I've actually, tried to be with a
Get up.
woman and a woman said no thank you. Is that what you're talking about? Because I don't say that to be awkward. It's disappointing.
Was y'all like in second gear? And you said,
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
get the hell on.
Yeah, I mean, I was liking the person, I guess, and then when I found out, I was like, no.
Found out what? When you found out what?
About them.
What did you find out?
About that.
Okay.
What did you find out that was displeasing?
Motherfucker wasn't qualified.
I was just done. I was like, no.
Wait a minute. Why were you done? What was it that made you decide you were done?
It was too small.
Okay, all right. Now, see, I've had some sisters
Literally
tell me that
small.
story. Not about myself, but I've had sisters tell me that they was all hot and bothered, and old boy pulled out a raisin, and they was like, "Okay, stop."
It's really it's really guys out there like
it's some giants out there. It's some little fellas out there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I ain't never been a man.
I mean, it made me look at that person totally different. And then they were so embarrassed. They were so embarrassed, right?
Damn.
That they tried to say something bad about me. You know
what are you gonna do, man? I
was just like, and then I was like, really? I say, no, do you really want to know the truth? And they was like, damn.
That's fucked up.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It's never happened to me.
Tried to play me like, because, well, what happened? Why she started tripping on you type shit? And like,
hey,
I wouldn't even fuck with nobody if I knew when I got hired my shit still looked like it was in the water and shit.
It was awful.
Well,
and
see,
I mean, it was awful. It was awful.
I'm the oldest person likely in this conversation,
And
so
then, but
I don't mind telling you the
but
truth.
the thing about the situation is, I probably could have still been a friend or whatever.
Wow.
But they flipped on me like, cause I wasn't playing them. I just was turned off.
You have your needs.
Yeah, it wasn't even the knees. It was just like I was
so been his friend.
It wouldn't have worked out between us. So it didn't make.
Let me tell the story.
It didn't work out between us. It wouldn't have worked out. So it didn't make sense for me to waste my time like that.
Agreed.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. Let me tell the story
That's
from
not
the
even
opposite
bullshit
end.
this.
No,
we're not going to get
let-
to the relationship.
But let me tell the story from the opposite end. When I was,
That's why you need to have sex with people right away.
When I was going through my divorce, I hadn't been with anybody but my now ex-wife for a couple of years. And I was just trying to get back out there. And this sister approached me. She was like, hey, I'm going through divorce too. And I've been celibate for whatever. And, we was friendly. And she said, I'm trying to end the celibacy thing. So I was like, bet, And one thing led to another, we went to my place and we had talked about getting it on everything. And when I tell you, I jumped in it and I wasn't hitting nothing. I was swinging a toothpick in a hurricane. I was trying to stir a mug with I was like, she was just big. I was like, oh my God. And she, I'm just really feeling, because I hadn't been with anybody and I wasn't hitting nothing. Mm-hmm. And she hooping and hollering and screaming. I'm trying different angles and there was nothing. That's the only time I ever faked an orgasm, because I was hitting nothing. And my ego was destroyed. And she was like, oh my God, Elijah, you're a God, you're a king. If you're out there, I ain't doing your name. But I was like, wow, man, wow. And it just really, I tried it one more time and I just wasn't hitting nothing. So I just knew I couldn't see her again. I was really scared. When I finally got with the next woman, I was cool. So I think she was just a larger woman. I think her ex-husband was just a big man. But I ain't gonna lie. Hey, man, when I tell you I wasn't hitting, I was swinging for the fences, wasn't hitting nothing.
Damn. Yeah. All right, man. No, that's crazy. But shit, we got to get the fuck up out of here, man. Once again, appreciate the new subscribers. We need more. We'll be very appreciated. Till next time. Peace. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the motherfucking show. You hear me? Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and comment. God damn it. Until next time. Peace.
Let me talk my S-S-H-H-I-T. Kick it with my kick it with my nigga Rob. Let me talk my